Welcome one, welcome all. Tasker Arena, Lance Crenshaw, Brian Coltrane, and we got ourselves Hobbs Lady Eagles and Roswell tonight in district action. It's going to be a good game. Lady Eagles trying to redeem themselves after a loss in Carlsbad.
Yeah, definitely a bad game for the Lady Eagles last week. Trying to get back on the winning side of things for this district matchup against Roswell.
Yeah, and I asked Coach what the keys to this game would be, and he says, come out angry. I think they're really upset about that loss, and they're going to try to avenge it. We've got about 42 seconds left in the JV game. Then we got 20 minutes for the Lady Eagles come out. We'll start our pregame show at 15 till the start of that game. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it to our sponsor page, and we'll be back with more action here at Tasker Arena, Hobbs Lady Eagles, and the Roswell Coyotes. Hello, everybody. Coach Coltrane here, Coach Saez, and we're going to talk about Roswell. We've got Game 2 in district action coming up, and we've got a Roswell team that's got a middle-of-the-road record. What do you think of this team? They have this game canceled already twice now.
Well, they've had some extra time to prepare, and I think we needed a little bit extra time too because of what happened the other day, coming off of a tough loss. So it gives everybody a chance to get ready for this game, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and it's hard to come off of those losses, but when something like that happens, a lot of times a team redirects and finds a little bit of focus that they didn't have before.
Yeah, we definitely need to go back to the drawing board, and now we're not reinventing the wheel or nothing like that, but just getting a refocus and just understanding where we're at in the season. We were in a good spot, and we kind of set ourselves back a little bit with that loss.
Sometimes a single loss is a driving force to redirect. I can remember that 66 UTEP team that was real famous lost their last game of the season, and that was a focus they needed to go ahead and start running through the playoffs. Now, a little early start talking playoffs, but 4 days in Albuquerque, how does the team prepare for that?
Well, we've been lucky because we were at the Metro tournament, so we got to feel what it feels like to be in Albuquerque for over a week or so. But I mean, we're on the road for the most part. I mean, every game that we have to, the shortest drive is to Carlsbad, an hour away. So that's the shortest one. So the girls are used to the travel and stuff like that. You know, but just getting them used to it, and that's why we practice it on our days off. Like on Saturdays, we come in at 8 in the morning, so that way the kids are used to waking up early and being ready to focus on the task at hand. So
certainly, what would be the keys of the game against Roswell?
Well, putting some pressure on it and hitting some shots. We want to try to get a rhythm back. I mean, being that those games were canceled, I don't want to make excuses because we don't do that, but we didn't really have a rhythm in this game. We never really could hit open shots. I mean, we couldn't string together 3, 4, 5 like these girls are capable of.
Things that you've done well in the past.
Yeah. It kind of was like an outlier because we didn't really do a lot of that, but it is what it is, and we just got to retool and get back after it, and tomorrow's going to be helpful for that.
I appreciate your time, Coach.
Hey, always, man. Go Eagles.
Welcome back, Tasker Arena. Lance and Brian here. Apologize for the sound on the early one. I didn't hit the button. That's my fault. You had a nice little pregame setup to go to Coach Size's interview. You didn't get to hear it. So we'll kind of recap a little bit of that. In case you read lips, you got to hear it again. The Hobbs Lady Eagles coming off that loss to Carlsbad. We talked about them having some illness during that game. We heard that 4 of the girls were sick.
Yeah, I mean, vomiting, throwing up during the game, before and after. That will take a toll on a team. You don't have energy. You're not hydrated, and I mean that may have been what caused some of the turnovers that don't usually happen, or the miscues on offense or defense. And
the coaches really said these girls are foaming at the mouth right now, but they're really upset about that loss. They want to make it up, and I would say I'd hate to be the Roswell Coyotes tonight because you got a Hobbs team that wants to create a buzzsaw.
Yeah, Roswell coming in 9-13 overall record, 0-2 in conference. They actually played Carlsbad pretty tough, and then lost to Clovis by 30 points. So
yeah, and so as a team, it's really kind of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. We blow out Clovis. Carlsbad beats us. They blow out or lose to Clovis in a blowout, but stay close to Carlsbad. Really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
Yeah, and we had talked about it earlier. It's different styles of play. That matchup against different styles of defense and offense.
Sure, some teams respond when teams don't pressure you. They play better basketball, and some teams like the pressure. So it's just kind of which style they like. And I have a feeling it's not the pressure that they like because Clovis does pressure you a little bit. And Carlsbad tends to pack it in and put less pressure on you.
Yeah, and it'd be curious to see how Roswell is going to handle Hobbs' pressure tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go ahead and throw it to our sponsor page. You can see whose wonderful, wonderful donations have made this possible tonight. And we really appreciate them allowing us to bring you Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. Hey everybody on Hobbs Sports Live. I am with Coach Gill, Coach Williams, and they are champions, Border Conference champion freshmen. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Thank
You know, I heard it was a really tough game. You go to Clovis, and anytime you play in Clovis, it is absolutely just difficult. But I hear that they actually had extra people in the stands, a band and stuff like that.
They did. They kind of tried to make it a very intense environment for us, but luckily our girls were used to Tasker here, where we do things top notch, and it didn't shake them one bit. They were good.
Yeah, and I heard it was a back and forth game with a lot of tight play. And what would you say were some of the keys to the victory?
Some of the keys is our post. Man, Katie Godwin had the game of her season. She got down low and just really let people have it. Peyton Williams did a good job taking care of the ball. They played some great defense and really took care of things there on that side. And so I think that's just a real good team effort.
And what was the final record for the year? I think you only lost one.
Yeah,
correct?
19-1.
19-1.
That is just amazing.
Yeah.
And the future is bright here in Hobbs. You know, I already have a lot of underclassmen that are playing up with the varsity, and then you got a freshman squad that wins border conference, and you have 8th grade teams behind them that are solid as well. It looks like the future really is bright for these Hobbs Lady Eagles.
It sure is. We got a pretty good season and pretty good group of girls building a really good program here.
Well, appreciate all your work and congratulations.
Thank
Coach.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody out there at Hobbs Sports Live. I have got Jade Cassis here, and we are going to talk about the blood drive coming up at February 14th and 15th.
Yes, sir.
And tell me about the blood drive. Why is this so important to you?
So whenever I was younger, I got sick and I had to get a lot of blood transfusions. So I just wanted to give back to the community and do a blood drive to give blood to other kids who went through the same thing.
And this is absolutely important. And giving blood is a life-saving deal. Not only can you be a lifesaver, they actually have a little bit of an incentive right now going on. I believe that students that donate get a $20 gift card or something like that.
Yeah. So if you donate, the school's going to give you a $20 Amazon gift card just for donating. So
that's amazing. So not only do you get to save a life, you get paid for saving a life. You can't argue with that. So February 14th and 15th, Hobbs High School. Come to the blood drive. Come donate. We appreciate everything that you're doing. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome back to Hobbs Tasker Arena, the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Roswell Coyotes. We got about 4 minutes to game time, and I tell you, it's going to be nice tonight. We will have a scoreboard that has the time on it as well. Branson Coltrane came up with another, brilliant plan as he's been doing, and he's going to be able to keep the time for you on that scoreboard as well, so you guys will be able to follow the game a little bit closer.
Yeah, we're each broadcast getting better. So special check.
And it's a work in progress. Everything that we're doing is a learning deal, because we've never ran a full TV program like this, and so we're trying to do something that, from what I understand, I talked to a buddy of mine who produces sports shows in Austin, and he also produces the lottery show where the balls bounce around and they pick them. That's one of his shows as well. And he was saying that their production team for a sports broadcast usually involves about 8 people.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're doing it with 3 in here right now, and we're trying to do the best we can to give you everything we can, and as close to as a real television broadcast as we can.
Yeah, and getting back to what we're doing for tonight's game was, I know we had some of our, you couldn't hear us earlier, just transition we're making. Roswell High is in the house coming in. This is a 4th straight. Hobbs trying to get back in the winning ways after a tough loss against Carlsbad. Are you ready for starters, Brian?
Yeah, we're getting there. They're under 2 minutes, and the starters going to be coming up pretty quick here. The Lady Eagles, they're running to the locker room. We've probably got about another minute before they start getting called out, but we want to go through starters. We sure can. The Hobbs starters tonight.
Hobbs starters, been this way since at least since Wisdom Anthony went down. We have number 14, Brett Clay, 15, Nakai Mojica, number 20, Brand Hargrove, 22, Kendall Cunningham, and 23, Jayla David.
How about for the visiting Roswell Coyotes?
Roswell Lady Coyotes, number 5, Brianna Castro, for 21, Daisy Smith, for 22, Emma Esquivel, 23, Mila Moore, and number 33, Elena Tarin.
And this is a team that's got some experience, but they are kind of young. They do have a couple of seniors on the squad, one of them starting, but other than that, they're mostly sophomores, and it's pretty much a young team. It's 9-13 team, and get to meet the coach Dan Smith before the game. Very nice guy. Took the time to talk to me, and this is a team that he says he doesn't really see them, making the playoffs as of yet, but they're still growing.
Yeah, really, it's going to be a while before Roswell can really get to that level as Hobbs. And I only say this out of experience with how the current Lady Eagles with the sophomore girls have been playing AAU ball for a long time. And it hasn't really spread to other parts of the state. Got some good teams up in Albuquerque, but because these girls have been playing against teams in Texas on the board, it really helps them out when it comes to high school ball.
And I tell you, the playing somebody like Lubbock Cooper, and they're ranked in the top 10 in Texas, and United's ranked in the top 15 in Texas. Those are very, very good basketball teams. Because Texas is a very basketball-rich area. For women's basketball, it's one of the highest recruited states in the United States. So playing those squads tells us that we have kids that can be recruited with some of the best.
Yeah, and we already have some that have offers. So that just goes to show you what playing those teams will help for your squad.
Absolutely. Both teams getting ready to come on the floor. We're going to take a break, go to our sponsors, and we'll be back with first quarter action. Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Roswell Coyotes. Welcome back to Tasker Arena. Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Roswell Coyotes. Both teams introduced coming onto the floor. And we're ready for first quarter action here. And Lady Eagles in their home whites, of course, and the Roswell Coyotes in their Rhodey Reds.
Bright red tonight, too, Brian.
Yep. And one thing we kind of noted was the size of the teams. Other than the one post that Roswell High has, they don't really have a whole lot of depth at the post position.
Yeah, it looks very short, and we don't have a lot of experience at the post position, but we have, I don't mean to not say experience, we have Cunningham and David. They've been playing on this team for the last, Cunningham for 3 years, but when somebody sees a sophomore on our team, they don't think experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go, Mojica gets us started.
Hargrove in the corner for 3.
That was a quick one, and there's that rebounding advantage right there. Cunningham with 2 quick rebounds. And we get the ball back.
I can't tell if they're running a 1. Nope, they're running a 2-3.
Yeah, well, it's hard to say when you're just shooting layups and getting rebounds, so everybody was just kind of clustered down there underneath the hoop.
Eagles missed several second chance opportunities there.
Yep.
Good block shot there by David.
At the very least, she made her change it. That's a long 3.
Good skip pass by Roswell, though. That's how you beat a good zone, is that skip pass.
That'll be the first foul of the game right there. Jayla David draws a foul. She does that a lot. She draws a lot of fouls.
Yeah, she does, and she manages to shoot well from the free throw line, too, playing as a 4 and a 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice shot from the corner again. Shooting woes continue here.
And hopefully the Lady Eagles will be able to pick up after this. They didn't shoot well. It was under 20% in Carlsbad.
And Branson Coltrane's manning the clock here, and he's still learning how to do this. He doesn't realize when it goes out of bounds that the clock's got to stop, so he'll get the time set back up for us accurately. And learning to do it. But we wanted to add that to the scoreboard. To me, it's a nice touch that you can actually see what time's left in the game, not have to rely upon the announcers.
Definitely. Definitely a good touch to what we're doing. Good contest by Cunningham in the paint.
She's taking herself.
And she's leading the break.
She almost went coast to coast, New York to L.A. She got on that rail like an Amtrak there.
Oh, nice.
Play with a nice spin there.
And David with the board. Man, getting good looks. It's just not falling yet.
Yeah. And they're frustrated.
Oh, yeah. The effort is definitely there. Sometimes as a basketball player, you go through ruts like this, whether it's individual or team.
Yeah.
It happens.
You don't want it to be a team, though. I mean, you have an individual, you can usually work through that. You just keep them shooting. Everybody else gets there. When you have a whole team, it's kind of having that struggle. It can really wear you.
I think Brand's going to make these free throws right here to get him on the board.
Yeah.
There we go. The Eagle faithful lets out a sigh as they get to sit down. It's a little bit longer standing up for him than usual.
And see, I'm a UTEP guy. It's the opposite of UTEP. You stand until the other team scores. So you love it when you can stand for 15 minutes.
That's true. It's true.
I remember doing that to New Mexico State one time.
Oh, don't you dare bash my Aggies.
8 minutes before they scored.
Don't you bash my Aggies.
You don't need to bash the Aggies. They bash themselves.
We're in a rebuilding year this year. Hey, well, we're going to be in the same conference next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. That'll be nice again to play a New Mexico team in conference play.
Well, as long as we're both against UNM, that's all that counts, right?
Yeah, there you go.
The Eagles lead 1-0 here. And that looked like a missed call for a travel, but Roswell gets it back, gets the corner 3, it's off.
I like how she pulled up there. She didn't wait till she got the traffic.
Yeah, it was definitely a good look. Mojica forcing her left.
Yeah.
Without letting her come back right.
Problem
She does
is
not
you're,
want to
you're
go
reaching
left.
with the arms on defense instead of moving the feet there.
Yep. Yeah, she's got to move her feet a little better. You're right. But it looks like either they watched some film or saw it that, we're going to
They've
force
had
her
a good,
left.
good
Yeah.
offensive set against this zone right so far.
Yep.
That's the thing about today's coaching world is there are no surprises. Everybody gets to see film on everybody else.
It's the internet age. It's guys like us that are putting it out there for other teams to watch.
Yeah. Well, not just that. I mean, they have huddle and exchanges.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started, two coaches would have to drive and meet halfway between two towns
To
and
exchange
exchange
tape.
film.
Yep.
It always looked like you were doing a drug deal out in the middle of the desert somewhere.
That's what they did back when I was in high school, too. We come from a different era, Brian. It wasn't until the early 2000s that you could get it broadcast over the internet.
And you'd have to leave about 5 in the morning to go get it so that you could have all the other coaches ready to go at 8 o'clock.
There you go.
Fueled by Allsup's burritos. Good offensive movement right there.
That's a good look right there for Hargrove, and she's got it.
There you go.
It's good to get Hargrove going early.
Yeah, shooting's contagious. One makes it, all the rest of them start hitting them.
Desiree Balska is checked in. Gets a hand on the ball, jumping that passing lane.
And that's one thing, the Lady Eagles, because they're so good defensively on the press, you can have a bad offensive night and the press can save you a lot of times.
Good skip pass. There we
you
go. Clay with the three.
Just like that, it's 7-1.
And Munoz got a little hand in there. We talked about this in the past. Lady Eagles have been notoriously slow starters the first quarter, but this game seems to be the outlier. Maybe they can start something new.
Well, it was 3 minutes before we scored.
You know what? That is true. But their defense is holding Roswell to minimal attempts.
Yeah. Love it when they scrap and get down on the floor like that. It shows you the heart of the Lion when they go down there for the ball.
That's a coach's dream right there. Is a player that will sacrifice their body to dive on the ball for the good of the team.
Yeah. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout through and let the sponsors have a moment. You're watching Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports Live. Welcome back. Tasker Arena, Hobbs Lady Eagles up 7-1 on Roswell. And the Lady Eagles looking good here in the first quarter, Lance.
Yeah, Roswell not getting many second chance shots on offense. On the other hand, Hobbs is getting numerous looks at the basket.
Yeah. And, really, Roswell did move the ball around and get a few open shots, but those open shots haven't panned out.
No, they're not shooting well. And I think that's a good testament to the Hobbs defense.
Very active up top right now.
Yeah, you get Muniz and Hargrove playing the top on a 2-3 and Mojica down in the wing. Usually it's Mojica and Hargrove playing up top, but they've, with David and Clay out of the game, Mojica's moved down to the wing.
It's good ball movement. Roswell kind of rushed the shot there.
Yeah, feet weren't set on that. Just kind of forced it up. Those shots are hard to go in.
Yeah. You certainly don't want to shoot it straight at the cylinder. You always want to get some arc on it. You shouldn't get much on that one.
Another skip pass from way downtown.
Still scrapping.
Oh, that's a good take at Cunningham, but was unable to convert, and Lady Eagles coming the other way. Good swing pass by Mojica.
Yeah, love the ball movement here.
Vasquez gets on the board, assisted by Muniz. Yeah, great ball. Like you said, great ball movement. Swinging the ball to the open player to get the open shot. It's simple basketball.
That's what I love. These girls are not selfish. They're willing to let somebody else be the one that scores it when they're guarded.
Vasquez with the board. She's getting some early minutes here in this game.
A lot of contact. There going to be 2 shots here.
Yeah, Hargrove already got 5 points. I'm sorry, 4 points. I guess she had the 3 and she had the free throw.
Second foul on Daisy Smith. That's the coach's daughter.
Clay and David getting ready to check back into the game.
Nothing but the bottom of the net there.
I wonder if her father taught her that shooting form. If you talk to him, I bet Rusty will say he did. Now, Rusty Hargrove, good guy. He helped coach, started this Diaz organization with Lionel Mojica, and, 5 of these girls on this team played for him.
Coach Smith almost put her back on the floor thinking that she wasn't taken out, not realizing he already had 5 on the floor. That was almost a technical.
It's the last thing Roswell needs right now, be down 10-1.
Now trailing 10. Clay back into the game. Hargrove takes a seat.
Hobbs been that familiar 2-2-1 press.
Yep. They like to trap the wings on that press.
Just a little too hard for number 1, Misha Hinthorn, on that 3-point attempt.
But you can tell what they've got a good game plan. They're getting open shots, just not making them.
It's going to be off Hobbs back to Roswell. Yep. Branson's getting really good at that clock.
I tell you what,
He's got it that
nice
time.
clock. It's accurate. He's got the fouls up there as well. I mean, we're moving up in the world here. Really appreciate all the help that Branson does. And, of course, all of this is unpaid. This is all volunteer work for us.
Jayla David leading the break. That breakaway speed
Yeah,
there.
wow. She just sliced and diced that defense.
So she went to another level once she crossed that 3-point line.
Yeah.
Penetrated the gap, and nobody would stop her.
The gear was there, though.
Yep.
And you can tell that the energy's really starting to come out for these girls.
3 attempt by number 5, Brianna Castro. She gets the fall, and Roswell's up to 4. Nice pick and roll there. I got called for the travel.
Yep.
Good idea.
Oh, yeah. Roswell making substitutions as well here.
Under a minute here. 13-4, Lady Eagles lead. Hobbs playing that extended 2-3 zone. Munez putting pressure. Mojica gets a hand on the ball.
Nice little deflection there for sure. Hawthorne has a pretty good first step.
Yeah, she's a Henthorn. She's quick. And that's going to be a foul. David putting her hands down.
Yep. Yeah, if you don't stay up right there and they see those hands come forward, they're going to get you every time. Pretty good crowd tonight, and they're getting into it.
That's a new thing for
Gotta
the band.
love the band. When them people miss free throws, the band has a nice little wah, wah, wah. Gotta love it. Bank shot free throw on that one. The bank is open.
The bank is open. Checks are being cashed. Getting a half a minute here in the first quarter. You know, Roswell's in the 1-2-2 zone.
Nice
That's what
pass.
it was. And Mojica almost went in.
Off and running. Here they go.
Put back from Sarai Morales.
We got an injury on the floor. Who's that down?
That's Nakai Mojica on the floor. That's tough to see. She's been a crucial part of this Eagle offense and defense. I didn't see how she fell down, Brian. Did you get a glimpse?
I did not see the end of that play. She went up for a block, kind of flew past the play. They're checking the bottom of her leg, kind of seems.
I'm really hoping
That
this
tells me
isn't serious.
He's actually checking how solid the knee is, but he's all the way down to the ankle as well. But she was just moving that knee and that ankle when she was before he got there.
Yeah. Probably just a little slight sprain, nothing too serious, maybe a little twist.
Yeah. Or maybe a blow, like a bone bruise, something along those lines.
I think that's best case scenario.
And she's getting up pretty quick.
She's good
here.
enough. She's good.
Yeah, that looks like a sprained ankle right there. Know all about those. My daughter's had a high ankle sprain, cost her most of the wrestling season.
Oh, no. Yeah, those
are nasty.
And they can take forever to heal properly, too. You may never be the same. We sure hope Mojica gets treated on, the Hobbs High medical staff here, the sports training staff, some of the best in the state.
Oh, yeah, Trent Greitz, he is amazing. You can't ask for a better person to work with your kids for sure. Boys just getting underway as that's end of the quarter there. 13-7, Hobbs Lady Eagles lead. We'll throw it to the sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, Hobbs Lady Eagles, Roswell Coyotes, 13-7. Eagles lead here as we start the second period.
Yeah, Eagles came out shooting a lot better. Second part of that first quarter, Hargrove leading the way for Hobbs with 6 points.
Eagles get the ball to start here.
Your knees send the game for the injured Nakai Mojica.
Nice move by Hargrove right there. Roswell's sticking with us.
Yeah, like we talked about in the pregame, they gave Carlsbad a good game until Carlsbad pulled away in the end. Roswell losing by 16 to Carlsbad, then losing by 30 to Clovis.
There's Brett Clay.
You
got another one.
You can't give Clay that open of a shot. You got to get her hair in her face. She will hit it every time.
Bang, bang.
Just don't say Niner gang after that. Okay.
The what?
You heard the bang, bang Niner gang? No. Just don't say Niner gang.
No.
It'll be good.
I don't think I've heard that one. You'll have to catch me up.
49er fans. 49er fans do it.
Don't know many of those.
Unfortunately, I know a few. And they own my favorite team, so.
Lady Eagles defending the inbound here. Been a very quiet game so far. Nice backdoor pass redirected by Clay.
Yeah, Clay getting a good hand on that ball. Munez for three. You know, all three of her shots tonight have been halfway down and popped back out. Clay with a nice drive to the basket. Can't finish, but David there with the board, and she gets the cleanup duty.
Yep, got it mopped up right there.
Yep. We're also going over the top, but Cunningham said no.
Shake and bake. Clay's got it back. Go to Hargrove.
Oh, Brent hits another three. Great in and out basketball there.
Splash. Timeout. He has to talk this thing over. It's now a 21-7 game. Let's go ahead and keep it here, Lance. 21-7. Already up 14. You already get that sense that this game is changing. You know, what is Roswell going to do? What are you saying in that timeout?
He's got to find a way to get more pressure on the three-point shooters. You know, and if they came out, they're in a 1-2-2 zone. Yeah. I don't know if they're fast enough to play Hobbs man-to-man, but you may start running either a 3-2 inverted zone just to keep those wings and make Hobbs beat you down low since they're shooting well outside.
You go man-to-man and you're undersized comparatively, they're going to go over the top and go into those posts.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, you got to try to tell your team whatever it is to make them believe they can still win the game.
Yeah, you got to take some poison at some point. You got to pick what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Roswell get the ball coming out here, and just waiting Lady Eagles to join them.
Madison Cepeda in the game.
Coach making sure he gets everybody in early.
It looks like she checked in from Muniz. I still haven't seen Mojica come out of the back tunnel over there. I was just seeing if she was.
We'll try to get an update for you at halftime.
Nice look from Cepeda to David. That's.
Let's see what they got here. I guess they're calling this on the floor.
It's got to be a foul on Roswell. They call
they're
going
to over the back. It's going to be a push.
Over the back call does not exist in basketball.
Well, it's a push.
It's a push, yeah.
It's a push, and we all know it's over the back, but you call it a push.
But when you're a foot taller than somebody, you can reach over them, and I'm analyzing it and bringing it back.
Here's the thing. What gets me about it is that, you know, when she made the initial contact that he could have called, there was actually an additional shot before they called it.
And Carpenter's out on the floor. He is not happy. Talking to the refs.
Hey, just a delayed whistle is what it is. Plain and simple, you know, you made a call that he could have made. I really kind of saw the contact that he saw, but he was so slow making the call that we're seeing her as in Kendall Cunningham shoot, and the other one pushing her back, and that's when all of a sudden there's a call. So I don't blame Coach Karp at all. You know, I myself would have probably been having that same discussion. Maybe not as calm as Coach Karp is.
Yeah.
I actually was joking with the referees before the game. You know, in my coaching career, I only have had 2 technicals, and only one of them was really deserved.
Well, Hika just came jogging out of the tunnel. It looks like she's ready to go back in the game, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, absolutely. She's probably begging to go back in the game. I know her. Roswell inbounds here, working against the press. They're going over the top again.
Another steal by Cunningham. Oh, but she gets right back, trying to hit the ball, trying to hit Jayla with it.
Yeah. Turnovers end up being points often.
Yeah, a good three there from Automatis Vega.
I think Cunningham has awakened. I think that last play upset her. She went right to the basket on that one. You don't poke the bear. Now she's got a block.
Nice Euro step from Hargrove. Good finish.
I think the energy level just increased for the Lady Eagles.
That's going to be a turnover. Good defense.
Yep, we're going to stay here.
Deny that ball.
And they bring Smith back in. She's got 2 fouls. Lady Eagles inbounding underneath. Let's see what they run.
They're trying to figure out which side the ball's going out on. This is the third time they've changed direction.
And they got to flip defenders a few times here. And then we're not even set up when they hand her the ball. My Lord. You know, if you're going to switch sides 3 times, at least let the offensive players get set. I got to tell my joke about refereeing, you know. May not have read a rule book, but they did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
There you go. Now, I made a promise I was going to be better about the officiating compared to last game. I was really hot last game, and the fan came out in me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I noticed I had a conversation with my father, and that was the first thing he was saying is like, you know, you guys are worried about the referees too much.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, you know, Lance already kind of called himself out on that.
Yep.
You're a perfectionist, and you watch the broadcast, and you figured it out before anything was said.
Yep, I had to.
Another Roswell turnover. Lady Eagles with the ball back.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, and respect to the officiating last game. I cannot wait till Hobbs plays Carlsbad here at Tasker Arena next Friday. Nice move by Cunningham.
See, I agree with you. I think it's going to be a completely different ball game. And, you know, Cunningham has really come awake since they called her for that foul. She's had 2 rebounds, a block, and 4 points just since that moment.
Yeah, this game could get out of hand pretty quick.
Yeah. Ball's loose, and Smith recovers.
Oh, nice little move shot. Didn't fall, though.
She had a nice touch on it. Looks for the back door there.
Cunningham again. She got it.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Feed a hot hand.
Should have never called her for that foul.
Exactly.
6 points, 2 rebounds, and a block and steal. So some people are like that. They feel slighted. All of a sudden, their game comes out. Here's Smith for 3.
Hobbs back the other way. Oh, nice jab step by Jayla David. Couldn't finish, but it's a lost art in the game is the jab step.
Yeah.
Attacking that high foot. Oh, and she got ready to walk there, too. Hargrove for 3 again. Let's go.
Flash.
Bren's got 3 threes in the first half.
I wonder if that name is trademarked, Splash Sisters.
Splash Sisters, Splash Brothers. We have several sisters, though, that could be considered for the Splash.
There you go.
Mojica checks back in the game along with
And
Denise
it's
and
great
Vasquez.
to see her back in. I think Roswell coming out in a 1-3-1 now.
Yeah, change it up. I mean, but you have to when you play a team like Hobbs that can beat you from the inside and the outside. Vasquez with a good move.
A lot of contact on that finish, too.
Got to get inside there to get that rebound. Cunningham comes over, gets a hand on it.
Yep, another block for Cunningham.
Active hands up there up top. Hickey
Off
comes
and
over,
running.
there's a break, and Muniz didn't see it.
Yep.
Jump ball, travel. Yep, that's a good call.
Just trying to take it to another gear there and split the D.
So Hargrove's going to check in for Muniz. She's leading the way for the Eagles with 14 points. Hot shooting from the outside, too. I think she has 3 threes. She may have 4.
Quite possibly.
Let's go again.
Gets her own rebound shoved to the floor there.
Cunningham running step for step with number 1, Misha Henthorn, their speedster. Brett Clay back again for a 3. That shot's off. Got a score from Roswell. Hobbs is up 21-14.
Wow.
Hobbs trying to recuperate from that tough loss at Carlsbad as well at home last week.
We talk about the girls foaming at the mouth. I know the boys were too.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with several of the boys, and they were really trying to get some redemption.
Nobody grabbed the ball, so Hargrove said, I'll come in and take it.
That was pretty.
I'll take these cookies. She's got 16.
And those cookies were sweet.
Yeah.
Now you're making me hungry, Lance.
You had a box of cookies floating on here.
I
Where'd
did.
it go?
And my daughter made sure that she took them down the way. My daughter's actually helping Shoshana with the schools do the scoreboards tonight. So,
Nice.
yeah. Volunteers to help over there at times. She's helped them set up graphics as well. She, of course, does all of our graphics for the games.
That was going to be called on at least 2 people.
Yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny, or
Going
mo.
to Emma Esquivel came in and she got hammered. To get Jayla with it. It's a good thing about these games that when they go fast, there's not a lot of fouls called.
Yeah, that's true. This is the first there. 25-point Lady Eagle lead. Loose ball, Mojica's got it. One thing that I really love seeing about this squad, the Lady Eagles, you know, when they get pressured and trapped and things like that, they're handling it so much better than they did at the start of last season.
Yeah,
They've
that
improved
was
so much.
It was almost hectic at times last season when they would get trapped.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're growing and more mature in the game.
Yeah, much calmer. Their heads are up. They're seeing the ball better, seeing the floor. All of them were always pretty good shooters, but now the passing is coming in.
Muniz from the corner. She gets one to go.
Speaking of good shooting,
Yeah, she just had a really good shooting game in the JV bout as well. Playing her 1 quarter for JV.
loose ball. Got another injury. Back behind the play. I think it's Vasquez.
I don't know if she got hit in the head or what, but
Yep.
it doesn't look good. It looks painful.
Yeah. She's holding her head right now.
We got, 7.3 seconds left here in the first half. Hobbs leads by 30, 40-10, and may be in the mercy rule in the second half.
There you go. It's halftime. 40-10 your score. We'll go to the sponsors, and we have a few halftime highlights from the Hobbs schools that we'd like to share with you. You're listening and watching Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports Live.
All right. Who are we? Who are we? Who are we?
Hey everybody out there at Hobbs Sports Live. I have got Jade Cassis here, and we are going to talk about the blood drive coming up at February 14th and 15th.
Yes, sir.
And tell me about the blood drive. Why is this so important to you?
So whenever I was younger, I got sick and I had to get a lot of blood transfusions. So I just wanted to give back to the community and do a blood drive to give blood to other kids who went through the same thing.
And this is absolutely important. And giving blood is a life-saving deal. Not only can you be a lifesaver, they actually have a little bit of an incentive right now going on. I believe that students that donate get a $20 gift card or something like that.
Yeah. So if you donate, the school's gonna give you a $20 Amazon gift card just for donating. So
that's amazing. So not only do you get to save a life, you get paid for saving a life. You can't argue with that. So February 14th and 15th, Hobbs High School. Come to the blood drive. Come donate. We appreciate everything that you're doing. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hey everybody, I am with Mr. Colson. He's our choir director here at Hobbs High School, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Golden Review. And this is an amazing program where students get to show their talents to not just Hobbs High School, but anybody in the community. Can you tell me a little bit about the show?
Yeah, Golden Review is a long-standing tradition here in Hobbs, and it showcases about, I think we have almost a little over 15 acts right now, who are students and faculty and alumni of Hobbs High School, and they are just really talented musicians. We have dancers, bands, singers, and a comedy skit. We have all sorts of acts.
So this is kind of like, Hobbs' own version of America's Got Talent. You're bringing everybody in and giving a good show. But the one thing it also does, I believe it raises money for your program, for the choir program here at the Hobbs High School.
Yeah, this is the choir program's main fundraiser for the year. And so this is how we fundraise for things like trips, competitions, traveling in any form or capacity.
And so they also put out a kind of a magazine thing with pictures in it, and sponsorships are being requested. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our program has room and space for ads. So we're selling half-sheet ads, so half of a letter-sized sheet for $100 donations. Quarter-sized sheets for $50 and anything smaller for $25. So they're welcome to contact me and send me an ad. I'll fit it onto our sheet, tell me the size they'd like, and then we'll figure out how they'd like to make that donation.
And you know, one thing that I really say, being in the schools as long as I have, programs like choir and band and theater, all of those programs get kids active in something. If they're active in something, their grades are good and they're good members of this community. So it's a great program to support. So please contact him and you know, feel free to just make a donation or buy an ad. And also come to the show. It's going to be a wonderful show. I believe it's $10 for people in the community to come and see the show.
Yeah, $10 per ticket for adults, and then $5 for students and any student age.
And you'll get to see the best in talent in our community. So come out and join us. The date's on it, February
9th, 10th, and 11th.
So take a look on the Hobbs School website. You can check it out there. And thank you for watching Hobbs Sports Live. Hey everybody on Hobbs Sports Live. I am with Coach Gill, Coach Williams, and they are champions, Border Conference champion freshmen. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Thank
You know,
you.
I heard it was a really tough game. You go to Clovis, and anytime you play in Clovis, it is absolutely just difficult. But I hear that they actually had extra people in the stands, a band and stuff like that.
They did. They kind of tried to make it a very intense environment for us, but luckily our girls were used to Tasker here, where we do things top notch, and it didn't shake them one bit. They were good.
Yeah, and I heard it was a back and forth game, a lot of tight play. And what would you say were some of the keys to the victory?
Some of the keys is our post. Man, Katie Godwin had the game of her season. She got down low and just really let people have it. Peyton Williams did a good job taking care of the ball. They played some great defense and really took care of things there on that side. And so I think that's just a real good team effort.
And what was the final record for the year? I think you only lost one.
Yeah,
correct?
19-1.
19-1.
That is just amazing.
Yeah.
And the future is bright here in Hobbs. You know, I already have a lot of underclassmen that are playing up with the varsity, and now you got a freshman squad that wins Border Conference, and you have 8th grade teams behind them that are solid as well. It looks like the future really is bright for these Hobbs Lady Eagles.
It sure is. We got a pretty good season and pretty good group of girls building a really good program here.
Well, appreciate all your work and congratulations.
Thank
Coach.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Tasker Arena. Lance, winding down here at halftime, couple seconds left. What are your thoughts about the second half?
It's going to get ugly quick. It already is ugly.
Yeah.
Roswell putting up a dying effort so far, but like we talked before in the pregame, Hobbs came out hungry with frothing mouths, ready just to put it on anybody that they pretty much played against.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we get ready to start here in the second half, Roswell will get the basketball working toward its home side here. Lady Eagles back on defense, and we're getting ready to get underway. And you know, Lady Eagles, they don't call off the dogs, that's for sure. No pun intended there for the Coyotes. Gotta love those inadvertent puns.
That's what makes this fun.
Yeah. I think we need more food references.
I'm still picking popcorn out of my teeth from halftime, so we can.
Not the reference I was looking for.
You cannot beat Tasker popcorn.
It's good stuff. It definitely is. Good ball movement right there from Roswell High. They came out with a pretty good game plan right there in the first series.
Yeah, Brianna Castro with the shot and drive to the basket, gets it to go. Roswell starts off on the scoring end. Oh, nice catch by Cunningham to get that pass. She was triple teamed down there as the zone collapsed on her.
Yeah. Well, they didn't get her for over the back on that one.
Nope. When you're 6 inches taller than everybody else, it's not over the back.
You know, yeah. But she did get some body on that.
Yeah.
And you know, I didn't think the call itself was a bad call. I thought the timing of the call was bad. And that was my thing right there, is that, you know, when the timing is that far off, we're looking at something else by the time he's blown his whistle.
Yeah.
Put them both in?
Yeah. She's got 8. Third leading scorer tonight for Hobbs. Bryn Hargrove with 16 and Brett Clay with 9. Cunningham getting her 8th point of the game on the made free throw.
Yep. And I guess they're having like a jersey issue. They're making her take something off.
Tuck a necklace in.
Yep. She's probably wearing a necklace, which is not supposed to even be under the jersey, but they're going to let her do that. That's something. You tell these kids not to do it, but they I'll end up with doing it anyway. Varsity, less so. Junior high games, you know.
Well, it can create injury, especially if it's outside the jersey. You get a finger wrapped in there, or
earrings are the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Timeout on the floor, 6:58 on the clock here. Roswell wants to talk it over. We'll throw it to our sponsor page and thank them once again for bringing us Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball here on Hobbs Sports Live. Welcome back, Tasker Arena. The Hobbs Lady Eagles up 42-12 here. And Roswell will have the basketball here coming after the timeout.
Yeah, Roswell trying to find something to break this Lady Eagle press. Looks like whatever they called during the timeout worked as they got it across the timeline.
Yep.
You know, one thing Hobbs is doing well is making Roswell start their offense at the volleyball line.
Yeah. And, you know, the Hindhorns, that is one quick player, and she seems to have really good ball handling skills. She just broke down that defense all by herself.
There's a penetrating pitch. I was wondering when they were going to start that against the zone.
Yeah,
penetrate the lane and pitch it out. And that's hard to recover. That'll beat a zone. But you have to be consistent at it.
As long as you attack the middle, you know.
Yep.
Middle kicks there.
Hobbs with the turnover. Nice bounce pass from Smith to Hinthorn.
Just like that, they have it back down to 25.
Nice pull up. Almost a runner there, looking like. Not really a jump shot. A good shot by Hargrove. She's got 18.
Magic Johnson used to love those running shots like that.
The Magic Man. We're going to go back to the 80s basketball references. That's what I love.
I couldn't think of anybody from the 90s that did that.
Oh, Hargrove again. She's on fire.
21.
How many threes she has tonight? That may be 5.
That one was not a 3, though. It was a long 2.
They gave her a 2. Okay.
Yeah, she was on the line. You know, she's made 4 free throws in that one, so you take away 6. She's got 5.
Okay.
The ball's inbounded, but we're going to blow the whistle and let somebody sub in. Hawthorne's coming out. That's their ball handler.
Yeah, that's a weird substitution there. She was penetrating the gaps for Roswell and giving them open shots on the kickouts.
Yep.
That's
That'll be a foul right there.
Unintentional, but it happened.
Yeah. Now, that's a hard thing for players to understand. They think it's only a foul if they did it on purpose.
Yeah. It's still a foul. Zepeda checking in from Mojica.
Again, you don't see varsity players much not realize that as much as junior high players. Junior high players think everything's about intent.
Oh, yeah.
Nice driving dish again, air ball.
Roswell High saves it to Hargrove, and she's leading the break the other way.
Off and running.
A little too hard there on the shot attempt from Clay.
They're going to give it back to us.
Yeah.
Lead back up to 30 here, 47-17.
Oh, nice in.
Hammered right
Zepeda
there.
almost got the M1. Good pass from Cunningham.
Smallest player on the court right there, down there with the big dogs.
Yeah, she's got the heart of a lion, though. She will compete with anybody, any size. Not afraid to get down and dirty on the floor either.
Got 1 and 2 there, so she's in the books.
Oh, nice
Another
block. That's the two-handed Bill Russell looking block. Russell would just snatch that ball out of the air.
Got another one right there. That one went back off of Roswell.
And Cunningham having another one of those great all-around games.
She's throwing herself a block party.
There we go. Here come the puns again. And she gets bumped. Oh, she's not going to the free throw line? That was on the shot, no?
Yeah, that's an interesting call.
I guess not. Must have had it before she went up. Oh, nice no-look pass to Davis.
Yeah.
She gets fouled. What a great look by Hargrove. Now, what would you compare that pass to? That could have been Magic.
Yeah, there you
Could have
go.
been Mark Jackson.
Yeah, Mark Jackson. I'm thinking more of maybe of a John Stockton pass. You know.
Stockton, yeah.
There you go. Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. I'm going to go with Jason Williams, White Chocolate of the Sacramento Kings.
There you go. I think you have a fascination with him.
He's a great player.
I'll disagree with that.
You don't think he's a great player?
Who did he win with?
Well, there's a lot of great players that didn't win.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. We can go down the list.
There you go. I think they're good players. Don't think they're great players. The great ones win championships.
Good hard board by David.
I thought Hargrove wanted that one.
That's going to be a
Nice
almost got called
move.
for a walk there.
Zepeda gets hip checked. Foul goes against Gretzky. I couldn't get a reaction out of Lance on that one. I don't think he heard that.
What'd you say?
I said it was a nice hip check there. Goes against Gretzky.
Against Gretzky? I don't think Gretzky was known for his hip checking. He was more of the finesse hockey player.
I hear you. That was Benitez that picked up the foul. And games like this, when you have a team up 30, it's you got to kind of keep it fun and light. It happens.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could sit here and call the game play-by-play, but it wouldn't be fun. You can all see it on the screen. There's no reason for us to do play-by-play.
Yep.
Let the video dictate itself. And Hobbs has got Clovis at Clovis on Friday.
Yeah.
Then at Roswell next Tuesday. Then the rematch against Carlsbad next Friday here at Tasker Arena. After that, it'll be district tournament time.
There's Mojica. She's
nice. She gets the shooter's touch.
She gets one of them Celtics rolls.
There you go.
Larry Bird used to get all those.
And the steal, too. He got a lot of those as well.
I've been enjoying my Facebook for some reason keeps putting up videos of Larry Bird trash talk stories.
I heard he was one of the greatest trash talkers of all time.
Yeah. Some of the things that he did were just absolutely hysterical.
Right, 3 more points for Hobbs, and we'll be in the mercy rule.
What's funny is one of the stories I read today was actually one that Bird told about Kevin McHale. That Kevin McHale had a college teammate on the other team, and the game was out of hand, and Celtics were up by 30, and his friend comes into the game, and he tells his friend, hey, I want to help you out here. You get the ball down low, just turn and shoot. I'm going to get out of your way. And his friend catches the ball, and McHale puts it up 6 rows, throws it on a block.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
Bird said, you just don't do that to a friend, man.
Those 80s Celtics teams were fantastic, along with the 80s Lakers teams. It was just a different era of basketball.
It was.
And the bad boy Pistons came in and ruined it for everybody.
And there's my team.
You're a Detroit team?
Absolutely.
You're a Detroit
Big
fan?
Isaiah Thomas fan. Joe Dumars, Rick Mahorn.
They changed the game the way that it's called today.
Yeah.
With the Jordan rules.
Yep, they did.
Kick out for 3. Oh, good. Cunningham with another rebound.
Skied up high for that one.
Yeah.
Brought the Windex.
Brought the Windex. Oh,
nice
good
pass. Jayla David with a fadeaway.
It was a good catch on that pass, too. We got a running clock here in the third quarter. 54-17, Lady Eagles lead. Brett Clay and Desiree Balskas check back in the game for, I'm sorry, Brian, Kendall Cunningham and Jada David.
And we're going to try to get you an update on the boys' game, too. They were doing pretty well last we checked.
See if I can get it.
Henhorn with a drive and kick. Kind of running the weave up top. Long 3.
It's a good looking shot. Good form, just not enough on it. Good if it goes. Oh.
Rattles, but it's a no. We'll be back in 1 minute. Lady Eagles 54, Roswell 17. Welcome back, Tasker Arena. Hobbs Lady Eagles 54, the Roswell Coyotes 17.
Got that update from Roswell, Brian.
Yes, sir. How'd it go?
Hobbs boys are up 41-27 at the half.
That's what we're talking about.
Late start over there.
Sometimes those JV games run long.
Now we got a quick foul on Muniz. Trying to anticipate that pass coming in.
In that backcourt.
What was good is Hobbs is staying aggressive, and you got to appreciate that from a coach's standpoint because it teaches your players to get better and to play hard the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I never really believed in, okay, let's change what we're doing if you get a big lead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, there's a certain thing about pouring it on or good sportsmanship, but playing tough defense isn't one of them.
Yeah, never. I've been known to let my teams pass a lot and not shoot.
Yeah, what's the Hoosiers movie? 5 passes before a shot? Gene Hackman.
I've had a team where I told them don't score. And I mean, well, or what we would do is whoever was not in the book, we'd pass the ball around so that person scored.
Yeah, give everybody a chance, Clear your bench, get your young girls ready to play. Like, Balskas is in the game right now. Zepeda's in the game right now. And everybody knows Hobbs is real thin on the bench. So it's not that they're keeping the starters in on purpose. It's just this is what we got.
I think that we have people on the bench that can start for other teams.
No, 100%.
Scrapping. Went WWE on that one. I remember one particular game, we were up 35-1 in the first quarter.
We've had some of those games.
And started passing. Their fans started screaming and yelling at us, upset that we were passing because they couldn't steal it from us.
Yep.
And they started throwing pennies out of the stands at us and stuff. And I don't want to name the town. And I just turned around and said, you want me to make this 60? And told my kids to attack. And scored another 10 points in about 15 seconds. And they got quiet.
Well, you always know when you play against a good coach. We've, gotten up by 20, 25 points and pulled the press back, and the coach says, no, keep it on. We're not going to get better unless you keep pressing us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I would always work on my passing because there's going to be a game where you need to be able to run the clock at the end. You have an 8-point lead with 3 minutes to go.
Oh, I agree.
And I practice that. And those are the great games where you can practice that. And it allows your starters to not have to come off the floor with a 35-point lead.
True.
Yeah.
It validates that. That's right.
If you don't practice it, you can't do it when it counts.
Nice ball fake. That's going to be a hard foul. I thought she was going to go behind the back there to Balskas.
I've been seeing some of the scores out of the Panhandle in Texas, and teams like Floyd Ada putting up 123 points on people.
Good gosh. What are they, 1A, 2A?
2A. 2 or 3, depending on how they sometimes drop between the two.
Well, I saw before we came in tonight, Monterey, with the top player in the whole in the whole U.S., Aaliyah Chavez, they were up on Lubbock High. It was like 62-12.
Yeah. That Chavez is a heck of a player.
It's a different breed. She is an extremely hard worker and is constantly in the gym perfecting her craft.
Those are the ones you want, that obsessed with becoming better.
Yep. A bunch of these girls have played against Chavez in the EAU circuit. It's some good battles with them back in the day. It'd be nice to see Monterey on the schedule for Hobbs next year or the coming years. It can only benefit the Eagles when they go to state, playing that tough Texas competition.
Absolutely. I don't think we're shy at all about adding teams like that.
I don't think those teams want to add us because they don't want a loss possibly to a New Mexico team.
I think they can identify that we're a good basketball team, and they're thinking the same thing about their state chances.
60-17. Fourth quarter. And it looks like Carpenter's going to clear the bench again. We got
five-a-side basketball.
Aliana Armitage making her come back from injury, checking in the game, and then
Nice
Kylie
little
Cano.
backdoor pass there from Roswell. And the offensive board.
And the pull-up three. That could have been a foul, but they let it go.
Yeah, you know what? The Roswell player, though, showed a lot of class and went over there to help Brett up off the ground. You like to see that. I mean, they weren't a part of the play anymore, and it was going down to the other end of the court, and she realized that she hammered her. She got that hand stuck out and said, hey, I got you.
Yeah, good sportsmanship, especially in a district game. It's good to see.
Yeah, kudos to Roswell. Try to get a number for that player. I want to say her name. And Mila Moore with the good sportsmanship. Here we go, mass substitutions.
Aliana Armitage, Kylie Cano.
Good to see Armitage back.
Yeah, and Cano
getting
getting
from her ankle injury.
Cano getting her first action for varsity. Yeah, we got to watch a little bit of Armitage in that JV game, and she looked like she was getting her feet back, but not favoring that ankle at all.
Yeah. Having a referees convention at half court. Like to mention that tonight's player of the game named in the post-game show, if you mention it at IHOP, you get 15% or 10% off.
10%.
10% off.
You'll give me trouble.
I'm giving away more money. 10% off your meal there at IHOP.
And also, our player of the game will be getting a stuffed eagle brought to you by Sevy's Bears.
Sevy's
Sevy's
Bear Factory
Bear
and
Factory.
Friends.
Oh, we got a technical foul.
Wonder what that's for.
I assume it's something to do with the substitution.
Maybe so. Maybe that Cano may not have been in the book.
Yeah. Because I don't think Carpenter wasn't arguing a call or anything, and
yeah. And sometimes you do that. You have kid off a JV. Wanted to get her in the game. Sorry there.
ready to go to sleep, buddy? I am.
I know you're dedicated. They're shooting 4 free throws.
Yeah.
Or actually, probably shooting the fouls free throws.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that poor girl. The house band is letting her hear it. It's all in good fun.
I think they're having too much fun with that. She's smiling coming off the free throw line, shaking her head at the band.
Well, we get a full timeout from Carpenter.
Timeout on the floor. They want to talk things over with to our sponsors. We're very thankful for them to allow us to bring you this broadcast tonight. Welcome back. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. 60-19 your score here in Tasker Arena. And Roswell have the ball after those free throws. There's Smith out there.
You know, it's been I'm sorry, Brian, go ahead.
I was going to say Smith, she's a senior. She's going to be one of the players not returning. That's the coach's daughter.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's a good game for Hobbs to get back on track, and she pulls some way downtown.
I think she was halfway to Tatum.
Yeah, it was Oh, nice. Step through from Armitage, unable to finish. And Cunningham and number 11, Sarai Morales, still fighting over that ball.
They already blew the whistle. I was surprised she kept throwing elbows.
Yep. Another penetration and pitch. Oh, should have been a walk. Yeah.
And the referee put her hand in the air and then didn't call it. Yep.
She knew it.
The referee did just kind of choked on her whistle there. I've done that.
Yep.
Raised my hand, did not blow the whistle, standing there with my hand in the air like a fool.
Well, it looks like Roswell's making a comeback in the boys' game. Hobbs is up 47-36 in the third quarter. Hobbs is up by as many as 22 earlier. You hear the trumpets and the trombones.
I think they're enjoying that way too much.
Yep. Armitage leading the way, trying to get to Hargrove. She saves the ball. Oh, temporarily.
Almost wiped out over there. Coach Carpenter almost wiped out as well, trying to get out of the way. During the JV game, I was down there selling football squares for my daughter and got rolled into by a Roswell player. No damage done.
Long three. It's good.
And pointed at her dad. That was a nice touch.
Yeah. See, Dad, I am allowed to shoot out this far. I made one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice pass. Oh, man. See, there was your Magic Johnson reference.
No,
right
Hargrove
there.
has had some dimes tonight. And shooting well from the floor, too. I'm almost leaning she's going to be our player of the
Almost
game.
wished it was a bounce pass, though.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, great pass.
Oh, without a doubt.
I don't think Cano was
just
ready for
seeing it. No, that's the thing what they're doing so much better is seeing those passes.
Kylie Cano gets her first points on varsity. Made free throw. 61-22 with about a minute left here in the fourth.
And, of course, that rolling clock, it just goes really quick. Does Smith want another one out there? Here it comes. Ouch. Armitage back on the floor there. They hammered her.
It's just good that she stayed on her feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely don't want her falling down again, getting hurt.
Yeah. She'd shoot some free throws.
Yeah, I was just texting the coaches here on my phone.
Yeah,
on our player of the game.
Going here.
On who to bring up. Armitage makes that, one of her first points, but being back on the floor. What game was it that she went to? It was our first broadcasted game together, wasn't it?
It may have been, yeah. She's been out a while. Good to see her back.
Yep.
Great kid, good family.
Roswell, last-ditch effort, trying to get some points to the board, falls short.
And they stopped the clock, and I was wondering
Yeah.
why. That's it. That is the ball game, folks. 62-22, your score here. Hobbs Lady Eagles coming away with the victory. We'll be back with the post-game show, coach's interview, and, of course, the player of the game brought to you by IHOP and Sevy's Bear Factory and Friends. We'll be back in just a few moments as the post-game show will continue. Welcome back to Tasker Arena. Hobbs Lady Eagles with 62-22 win over Roswell. We're going to have some special guests tonight, and we're going to have both Brent Hargrove and Caitlin Muniz and
Down on one knee, Case.
Yeah,
there you go.
You're so much taller than we are.
Just right here.
And Case, you were the player of the game last week, but after a big loss, we didn't have you come up on the road to talk to you. But man, you hit a big shot to send us into overtime.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that shot a little bit. That was your first time on camera. What was going through your veins when they said, we're going to swing the ball to Case to try to hit the game time shot?
I wasn't thinking anything. I knew I was gonna make it. I felt confident.
Now you've been put in these pressure situations before, playing travel ball, playing AAU ball. So was there, just like you told me now, you had the confidence, you knew that it was going to go in. How do you feel being the only 8th grader on the team when you go out and play on the floor?
I felt great. I felt good.
You feel good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, Brian's got a gift for you here.
Got a gift. This is from Sevy's Bear Factory and Friends. This is from the player of the game from the last game, and good job.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Good job, Case.
And now we're going to bring tonight's player of the game, Brent Hargrove. And Brent's been player of the game before. She's got herself a bear already. And I mean, wow, you had the hot hand tonight.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Can you come down on one knee?
There we go.
There we go. There we go. All right. Brent, I saw something out of your game tonight that I've seen before, but not so much. You had several no-look passes tonight.
Yes, sir. I try to do as many as I can each game, not to be flashy or anything, just to, get my teammates open or get a shot up. And I feel like my biggest advantage is a no-look pass. I just don't really use them in the game because it's harder when defense is on you. But I feel like defense was off tonight, so I try to help my teammates score a little bit more tonight.
I think it's great. I think it's great to be flashy sometimes when you can make those plays. It's great for the girls' game as a whole because we see the boys' game doing things like that, and we praise them, and you need to bring that to the girls' game. As long as the coaches are okay and you're making those passes, it's good. I also had a hot hand from shooting tonight. Would you have 5 threes?
I'm honestly not sure.
You had 5 threes.
Okay.
The basket looked bigger tonight, and tell me how it compared to last week at Carlsbad, because I know several of you guys were sick during that game.
Yes, sir. I think we just had to come back from last game. We did not shoot well at all last game. So I know I didn't shoot well, so we just had to come out and do better this next game. So
You definitely shot well, and you definitely had several assists, too, so great job.
thank you.
We started comparing you to Magic Johnson with those no-look passes.
I even brought up your dad in the broadcast, so he's going to be happy about that. So good job, Brent.
Thank you.
Way to play.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll get out of the way here so Coach Size can have a seat, take over my headset with the post-game interview with Brian.
All right.
Well, welcome back to the show, Coach. And we talked to Coach Carpenter, and he told me the biggest thing about this game is that these girls were going to be really hungry for a win after what happened in Carlsbad, and you could really see it out there.
Yeah, they brought some energy and stuff like that tonight. We didn't get that start that we were wanting. We tried to mix up some stuff and make a couple of small changes. Try to put Brett on the point. Try to get a little bit faster. Try to change the pace a little bit today.
I really thought the spacing was better as well. It looked like people were getting the spots a little easier, and the drive and dish was there as well.
Yeah, we're really trying to emphasize running the corners and locking down certain spots of the court so that way spacing's there and everything like that, because we believe we got a lot of skilled players. We just got to get them some open space to be able to do what they're good at.
And we talk about offense a lot, but I really thought that the post did a great job of always being there for help. Cunningham had probably 5 or 6 blocks this game, and more so had quite a few where she redirected people where she didn't actually get her paw on it. I really thought her defensive game was really, really solid.
Well, unfortunately for her in the last game, she was on the other side of that, so she
Yeah.
did that today. That was kind of an emphasis that her and J-Lo were talking about. Is we got to get some blocks and be intimidating on our side.
Yeah, the joke was that she invited Roswell to the block party,
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what she did.
I really think that a large part of a glue of our team is somebody like Brett Clay, and she just seems to always find a way to have a nose for the ball. She gets a lot more rebounds than a person of her size and position should have. She hits the open threes. She just has one of those all-around games, and I really think defensively she brings a lot as well.
Well, she's definitely an energizer bunny on the defensive end, and get past that kid when she's going. But offensively, she's really starting to put things together. If you really don't watch the game or you really don't understand it, and you go based on stats, you might not notice how great this little kid plays. Today she made so much plays for other people that might go unnoticed, but as coaches, that's what we're rooting for. That's part of why we put her at the point. She's doing a great job of moving.
And a lot of people don't realize how many little things really factor into the full gameplay. And one of the things I love and I always valued is a player that gets fouled a lot. And Jayla David, it seems like every time she gets her hand on the ball, somebody's getting into her in a way that gets called for a foul, and that really puts a lot of people in foul trouble. They end up having to sit on the bench, and that helps your team a lot as well.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to get her in the post a little bit more, trying to recognize some things that she has, but being on balance and starting to use some up and unders, some pump fakes, things like that to get her there. But she's a solid kid, man. If she was to play off 2 feet every single time, she would just dominate people because of the fact that they're going to have to foul her at some point. They're going to have to do something to get this kid off the ball.
Absolutely.
So she's a hidden weapon that we have untapped yet. So she's still a work in progress. She's still got a ways to go. But man, her upside is so bright.
Well, now we're looking at Clovis. This game's gone. This game doesn't exist anymore.
Yes,
we got Clovis in Clovis, and you always got to be careful. You go to Clovis, there's things happen. There's always shenanigans. There's always something going on, and you got to play your best game when you go to Clovis.
Yeah, I think we'll be ready and everything like that, because usually when things happen, it starts in that JV game, and they really like to win that JV game to get their night started. So,
Sure.
Our focus starts as soon as we get off the bus from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate your time, Coach, and thank you for coming. Good win tonight, and we'll see you in Clovis on Friday.
We're back to 1 in a row, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They always say that a win streak starts with your first step, and you got the one, now we got to get the second one. We can call that a win streak, and we'll get it rolling again. They had a pretty one going, Carlsbad came in and gave it to us, and now we're going to have to respond. It looks like tonight that we did.
Well, if a loss could ever come at a good time, it came at a good time against Carlsbad.
Sure.
It was during the regular season. It wasn't during the district tournament. It wasn't during state. So you can learn from that loss and build from that loss, and that's kind of what they did in the game tonight.
I'll be interested to see how the state rankings change.
They had several come out today.
Okay.
NMOT came out. Hobbs is still in first, but Carlsbad did get some first place votes.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. Yeah. I mean, you get a win, at home against somebody like a Hobbs team that's considered the best in the state by many people. You're going to pick up those votes. The second game is going to tell a lot.
Well, and then I think the number 2 ranked team, Farmington, they lost as well this weekend.
They did.
So, what puts Hobbs over the edge from other teams is their strength of schedule. And that, compared to everybody else in New Mexico, it's far and above.
Sure.
Everybody else.
And that was the first loss against any New Mexico team. Yep. And the losses that we had were against the top-ranked Texas teams.
Correct.
And these are some of the better teams in the country.
Yep. So it goes to show you what the Eagles are trying to do to prepare them when we go up to Albuquerque and play in the state tournament.
Certainly. And that's coming up on us very quickly. We're looking at March 7th to 11th up there, and of course we are planning to go and be there and broadcast in some capacity. They may not let us do video up there for the state games, but we'll certainly bring you audio and do actually a full radio broadcast with play-by-play, at the best we can, and we'll still keep our graphics and player cards. We'll still put a lot of stuff up for you, run a scoreboard so you can see it while we're doing it. We'll have a lot more in our broadcast than just a standard radio broadcast, but we won't be able to do the video of the game.
I don't think they have a contract. I don't think it's NFHS anymore. It's somebody new that they started a new contract with, but they have a monopoly pretty much where nobody else can broadcast state tournament games. But like Brian said, we'll be up there, doing this just to help the girls out, get the coverage that they need.
Any last thoughts, Lance?
I can't wait for Clovis.
Yep, it's going to be a good game. You always like playing the rivals. So thank you for watching tonight. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching Hobbs Lady Eagles on Hobbs Sports Live.